power supply. So we have to design a DC regulated power supply with the specification of 12 volt and 2 amps. Okay. So for this you are going to make use of a bridge rectifier stages. So you have to keep in mind three parameters: performance, thermal analysis, and its cost constraints to be taken into consideration while you are designing or selecting the appropriate diode. Okay. And we are going to apply design thinking concept in implementing this solution. So we know that design thinking is a way of problem solving, and it is a human centric approach where we consider each and every needs of a end user. And there are totally 5 stages. First is empathy, second stage is define, third one is ideate, fourth one is prototype, and stage 5 is testing. So I will give you 5 to 10 minutes, apply these stages and get me a good solution. Okay. Completed your discussion, you can start providing your solution.
So coming to the empathize part, first our goal is to understand the user needs, pain points and the expected answer. The pain points are is to understand the difficulties over the diode behavior in real world conditions. For example, temperature and reverse linkage. And then the lack of tools with experiments of different diodes like Scotty and Zigzag and so on. So the next need is for a low power or ultra-fast switching diodes in compact designs like wearables and biomedical circuits. And then some damages occurs due to the incorrect orientations and or with the over voltage and so on.
So coming to the definition of problem statement, our user struggles with selecting, integrating as well as understanding the diodes due to the lack of intuitive resources, contextual awareness and the adaptive components which responds to the real-time circuit needs. So let me come to the idea part. So for our topic, we need so many solutions to get the better diodes for our power supply. So the first idea would be choosing the diodes properly. So like there are so many diodes which can think a little. In the sense, it contains so many sensors and chips inside the diodes where it can sense the temperature and current by itself, and if anything goes wrong, it can actually warn us. So by choosing those kind of diodes, we can actually get a good output. And if you are learning, if you are actually a beginner for these diodes, there are so many modular kits where we can actually learn about these diodes before starting our work, so that will be good for us to get a better output. And also there are so many apps and websites where if you are creating a circuit and we can just give in our voltage and current inputs, and they can itself suggest a good diodes which we can use for our circuits, so that we will get a good output, and it can also tell us the advantages and disadvantages, so we can choose the suggestions which it gives. And also there are so many diodes which are special. In the sense, they are made up of special materials. So if anything goes wrong, it can heal by itself. But these diodes are under research. So there are diodes are like that. And also the final thing is there are so many diodes which can act like Zener diode also. So if we are fixing those kind of diodes also, we will be able to get a good output. So choosing the diode, this is a main thing.
So which is the specific diode you've chosen for our problem? This is the diode which we have chosen.
IN 5408
Why you have chosen it?
because it is very affordable and reliable, and it will balance the performance and very low cost, and then thermal safety. So, and let me explain a bit about it. And let us pick up the prototype, which is AI based design software that actually the machine learning, which is real world databases, and also the features that simple interference, input voltage range, current, and all those desired functions, and that also cross checks all over the data, and gives the learned values, and also interface the simulations like examples like this partition and intercap, and move to the testing now. Just make sure connect our project to the electronics students videos and designs, like connect all the feedbacks or recommendations, and make from there we can get rid of those confusions and iterate our confusion like terminology, things like that. So that compare before and after using tools, you can see more adaptability, learning, and also cross corrections. So let me conclude this. Choosing the correct diode, it's not just about the type. It's about the matching it into the circuit which we need, and then so that's why we choose the diode IN5408. So it because it was very affordable, reliable, and easy to handle, and then it which will balance the performance and thermal safety and then cost. So, so that's why we choose the this diode.
So thank you all. So thus by your discussion it is clear that keeping in mind these three parameters, cost, thermal and its performance, you have chosen IN 5408. So this would be the better option in designing the DC regulated power supply.